And we are rolling. All right.
Hello.
First episode of our podcast.
Yes.
I'm Calla.
I'm Emma.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Glad for you guys to tune in.
I feel like we should just get
I feel like we should just
started.
go in and then
Yeah.
because we'll eventually find ways to talk about ourselves.
Yeah, well, you guys,
it,
if you watch the whole episode, you'll find out some stuff about us.
You said that really weird.
You'll get to know us more by
There you
watching
go. Okay.
by watching the whole episode.
Perfect. All right.
All right. So I feel like we should start with the European trips.
Yes.
We both just got back from, I mean, not just,
but
recently, very recently.
2 weeks ago.
Just got back from European vacations. So you went to Portugal?
So I went to the Azores, which are like these little islands in the Atlantic Ocean that Portugal apparently owns. I didn't even know they existed until my mom was like, okay, guys, this year for our family vacation, we're going to the Azores. I look at my dad and I'm like, what is that? And he's like, I don't even know, man. This was your mom's choice. We're like, oh, okay. It was nice, though. So it was like, we went to 3 islands. I forget what they're called, but it was like, if you want to do your research on them, it was just the 3 biggest islands, I believe. It was São Miguel, Pico, and then there was one more that I forget. It started with like a T. It had like this weird Portuguese name. So I was like,
okay.
I'm not even going to like attempt to pronounce that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the one with the Portuguese name was my favorite because it was the most like beachy. It was the most low-key and relaxed.
Yeah.
But they were all really nice. It was a red-eye flight, which some red-eye flights I can see how they make sense.
Yeah.
This one did not make sense. It was a 4-hour flight there,
oh my gosh.
at least. So I'm like, I feel like that was a little counterproductive because it's like, can't you just do that like a 9 to 1?
Exactly.
It was weird. We arrived at like, I think it was 8 a.m. their time, so we had to go the whole day.
Yeah, the whole day. That's what happened to me too.
Terrible. I was like, it was a chill first day though, so it was like whatever. We just got like food and stuff.
Yeah.
It was nice though. It was they call it the Hawaii of the Atlantic.
Okay.
So it's like if you're thinking of like comparisons, Hawaii is like a pretty reasonable one. It was colder though, which
cold.
It was like, because there would be times where I was like in a bathing suit, and then later that day I would be in the mountains in like a hoodie.
Yeah.
Absolutely freezing.
Yeah. Totally.
Hair was up most of the time, and you know me, I hardly wear my hair up.
Yeah, no, never. I mean, neither do I.
Exactly.
I think I wore it up like twice the whole school year, so.
So, it was overall very nice though. Would I go back? Probably not. It's one of those things where it's like one and done. You're just like, you go there, you see the stuff.
Yeah,
it's like,
you cross it off, and then it's.
It was really nice though, but it was.
Well,
I'm glad I got to experience it, we'll say.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of the mindset with a lot of places.
With a lot of places. You gotta be in, like, the only way I think it, like, changes is, like, Disney.
Oh, yeah.
Hawaii.
Yeah.
Probably, like, Italy, France, like, the big European countries.
Yeah. I mean, that's where I went. I went to Paris, and it was... it was so hot. Like, it was wild. And, like, I would be like, we would be snapping each other like on Snapchat, and she would be in a hoodie, and I'd be like, I wish that I could wear a hoodie right now. It was the stories I have of how hot it was like 105 like every single day. We literally almost like rescheduled the whole trip because it was just gonna be too hot.
Exactly, yeah.
Like, we were worried, that like we wouldn't be able to breathe because I mean, I have asthma. We were worried about my grandma, and so I was there with my mom and my grandma. I think I forgot to say that. But it was just so hot, but, like, ultimately we just decided to go, and it was a really good time. Like, I agree with you. It was definitely a very good experience. I'm really glad that we went. And I definitely would go back, just not in the summer. It would have to be, like, in the fall or even in the winter time.
Yeah, like,
would
my
be good.
grandparents, they went there in, like, early September, and they had no problems with the heat.
Yeah.
It was, like, because we went, like, my family went in July last year.
Oh, yeah,
like,
yes, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I literally forgot.
We went in July last year. It was terrible.
Hot,
I was like,
I
Sadie,
just feel like the
my little
summers
sister,
there are brutal.
Well, let's hope she doesn't care that I said her name on the podcast, but Sadie, my little sister, she still has, like, PTSD from that trip. Every time we bring up a family trip, she goes, as long as it's not Paris, I'm happy. I'm like, that's fair, Sadie. I'm not gonna come at you for that because
I mean, it's
my dad got a
just
fever from the heat.
I know, it was
crazy.
wild. The summers are just, I guess, just brutal there.
And it's like, because it's like,
it's so crowded,
and it's
too.
inland, so
it is.
It's not on the coast.
It's not by the shore.
No, because we went to Nice as well, like right.
Oh, okay.
Like very south, kind of
Yeah.
That the weather was fine.
The
It
weather
had
was
the
good
breeze.
there.
It was beautiful too. But like with Paris, it's wonderful city. But my
I
gosh,
know.
it's hot.
The sights, like, sorry to cut you off.
No, you go. You go.
But like the sights were incredible. But it was just like one night. Okay, can I tell a story really quick? One night, I don't think I've told you this. One night we went on like this dinner cruise thing, and this was like the part of the trip that I was really looking forward to. It was like I was the most excited because it goes past the Eiffel Tower. It's like, have you seen any of those videos where it's like fall in love again and again, fall in love? Yeah. And that's like, it's like the dinner cruise that goes under the bridge and then like out, and it's like the Eiffel Tower. Yeah. So I was like so excited. And the boat is supposed to have AC. It's like a restaurant, inside of a boat. It was really cool. So we get on, and it's hotter inside the boat than it is outside. It was what? So then we're sitting at our table, and the waitress or the waiter, who's a boy, my bad, comes over and is like, "Hi, can get your order or whatever." And my mom is like, "Hi, like, do you guys have AC on this?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, it'll start once we get moving and stuff." So we're like, "Okay, we just have to, sit and tolerate the heat the heat for, a few minutes." Yeah. We end up sitting there. We did not move for a whole hour. I think it was supposed to, like, dock at, like, 8 o'clock. We didn't leave until literally, like, 9. Really? Yeah. It was wild. So we're sitting there in the heat, and then we finally get moving, and we're like, okay, air conditioning, come on. It does not come on. So we're like, my mom, like, the waiter comes back, and she's like, "Is the AC gonna come on?" And he's like, "Oh, it's broken." So, and people had literally already gotten off the boat and left before we had left the dock because it was just unbearably hot. And then, do you want to know what we ended up resorting to doing?
Of course.
Like, okay, so halfway through, like, the boat ride, or no, it might have even been before we left that we were just so hot that we had already started doing this. We grabbed like handfuls of ice and we're just putting it in our clothes. We were dressed nicely, by the way. Like, it's a nice thing. We're like throwing our hair up. We're like rubbing ice cubes all over. This sounds like rated R, but we were literally rubbing ice cubes just all over our bodies. Like, I was throwing them down my back. Insane. I was rubbing it, like, my hair was soaking wet because I was putting them, like, on the top of my head. And, we would be like, "Is the weather always like this?" And they're just like, "No, like, it's never been this hot." So it's just wild. It's crazy, I don't know, like, how they get used to it like that.
Yeah, it's like, because it's not all that much more south than, like, we are and, like, stuff.
It's really not.
Weird.
It is weird. It's so weird. But, yeah, but anyways, that's how, like, hot it was. It was just so hot. Compared to New York, and I, like, not gonna lie, I don't really like New York. I'm just not a city.
In general?
Exactly. I'm just not a city person, but, like, compared to New York, Paris didn't even feel like a city.
Yes, exactly.
It didn't even feel like a city. Like, it was so clean. Mm-hmm. It was very, like vintage. It had that vintage feeling.
No, because that's like the
whole
Europe.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. And like, one thing I noticed is it's definitely not as, like, glamorous as the movies make it seem. Like Ratatouille. I'm just using that as an example. Have you even heard of that? You haven't even heard of it?
I don't think so.
Oh my gosh. Well, I guess now I'm talking to them since you haven't heard of it. Ratatouille, like, makes it seem, so, like vibrant, and it was, but I think also the heat had told in, like, a factor.
Yes.
Is that the correct phrase?
No, yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know. It makes sense. I feel like the heat made, because everyone was just so, like, miserable, and, like, the insides of places were always so crowded because, and not a lot of places had air conditioning. Like, they don't have, and any air conditioning that they have there, it's, like, so faint. Mm-hmm. Like, you don't feel it.
Because Europe is still very, like, it's like, okay, we're trying to protect our cities from, like, the...
just, like...
Not even, like, internet, really. Just, like, the modern day stuff. Because they're trying to, like, keep it...
They're trying to keep... I feel like it's all very healthy.
It is.
Like, they have... The flowers, the scenery that I saw when I was there was, like, the flowers everywhere. It was gorgeous. Oh, I know.
Did you guys see, like, lavender and stuff? Because I remember
I don't know.
We saw these giant lavender
Most
fields,
likely at some point. We did... What hotel did you guys stay at?
I what it was called.
Was it, and the hotel I stayed at was like L'Empire. It was like Empire, but with an L. You know, like L'Empire. L'Empire.
I would not be able to remember.
Okay. I mean, it was. I feel like I was just trying to feel like if we were in the same like area.
Yeah, probably. There can't be many hotels. Like,
and
really.
I was right by the Eiffel Tower too, and like the Seine River was like literally a block down. Yeah. So
we were, I think, somewhere different, farther from that, because we had. I remember the day that we saw the Eiffel Tower, we had to walk so much. That was, I think, the day that my dad had the fever.
Oh my gosh!
Heat. And my sister was like, "Guys, why don't we stop at a French McDonald's?"
I saw that!
So
the big McDonald's.
Yeah, so my sister's looking from the Eiffel Tower to find a McDonald's.
Oh my gosh, there was a huge McDonald's.
I know. That's one of the only things I remember from Paris specifically, eating at the French McDonald's.
You guys actually went?
We went to the French McDonald's because it was one of the only buildings with AC. So my mom's like, "Okay, French McDonald's it is for lunch." My dad over here dying because the heat gave him a fever. So I'm like, feverish dad. We have mom trying to stay upbeat, like, "Okay, guys, this is a fun trip." Sadie brooding, just, "Mom, it's hot." And then
you can't even blame her, though.
I know. Me trying not to complain, because I know my mom has to deal with a feverish husband and a complaining child. So I'm like...
I know. That's how I, like, wanted... I do have to admit, I did complain a bit when I was there. But I really tried not to, because, you know, it's like... It was my... Like, Paris has been my dream vacation since I was, like, 2.
Since, like, 6th grade, I remember.
Since I was, like, 2. And you know why? Because I would read the Fancy Nancy books. And I, like, literally, we would go to the library, and I would pick out the same Fancy Nancy books every time. I just loved Fancy Nancy. And then even when I was, like, in 3rd grade and I was, like, older, I would get, like, the Nancy Clancy, which is, like, the... Well, you know her last name is Clancy.
Is it?
Yeah, Nancy Clancy. That's her name.
The poor kid.
I know. But... So it was like Fancy Nancy were for like the little children, and then Nancy Clancy is like a series of.
I can't hear that with a straight face. Sorry. It's like the whole thing over again.
Oh my gosh. But it's like a series for, you know, relatively older. It's like chapter books. Mm-hmm. So I would read those, and then I think I still have some of the Nancy Clancy books.
Why is that so funny?
I don't know. But yeah, and those, like, since I was so little, like, she would be like, "Ooh la la," and I was like, and she'd be like, French is, like, you know, such a fancy language, and then that, she put me on to, like, learning, not the elf lip gloss.
I tried to put the mic away from, like, because I don't want you guys to, like, hear me slurping. Is that a boba pearl? We got the refreshers from McDonald's.
From McDonald's. Speaking of, like, French McDonald's, I mean, this is not French, but... Wait.
What?
Wait, you were saying something about... Oh, wait, I wanted to ask you, though, like, was the McDonald's in France, was it, like, better? Was it, like, more healthy, like, more clean?
Okay. It was... To start, the restaurant was clean.
Clean, yeah.
It still looked like McDonald's, but it looked like a clean
McDonald's.
And it was, like... The food itself, too, you could tell that it was a lot less processed, which Sadie didn't like. She was like, "This doesn't taste like the McDonald's at home." And then my mom's like, "Well, this isn't the McDonald's at home. We're across the ocean from
another
home.
Continent."
Yeah. But it definitely, like, you can see why... No shade to Americans, but you can see why Americans are more on the unhealthy side after you see the garbage that they're eating.
I know.
Like, it was crazy, because I feel... The French food, it was so much better.
So much less processed. Nothing is processed there. They, like, banned dyes. It's, like, against the law for, like, Red 40 or whatever.
Like, I remember in one of the airports when we were going on one of our flights, I asked my mom for M&Ms, and then I got these M&Ms, and they were muted colors because they didn't use the dyes. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
It was cool, though.
They didn't even have, like, any, like, American. It's not American. Well, it kind of... I don't even know. They didn't have any, like, classic candies. Like, they didn't have M&Ms. They didn't have...
Really?
The only thing I saw was Twix. So I got Twix.
Yeah.
For the flight home. Mm-hmm. But Yeah, and then wait, we were saying before I like rudely cut you off, which I apologize
No,
by
it's
the way.
good.
We were explaining what drinks we got from McDonald's
Oh, so
today.
I got the strawberry watermelon one.
I got the mango pineapple one. I actually really like it, but the boba pearls are so small.
They catch you off guard.
They catch you so off guard because they're so tiny.
There
They're
have
like
been times where I've gotten boba pearls launched in the like when you finish the drink and then you kind of like get
you're
the
like
boba pearls at the bottom, but then you can't get them and then they just launch in the back.
Yes.
I was once in the kitchen with my mom and I swear I saw my life flash before my eyes. I think I saw the stairway to heaven. It was crazy. I was like,
yeah.
I go to my mom. I go,
did you like legitimately choke or did you just like
I don't know.
Get frightened for a sec?
Was weird. I really don't know. It was so boba pearls. I have my things with them, but they're fun. Back to Paris. You were telling me you weren't very pleased with the Mona Lisa.
Oh my gosh!
Because I got some notes on that too.
Oh yes, I remember we were writing down, guys. We have like some notes written down.
We completely got off track. But I remember you saying you wanted to talk about the Mona Lisa a little bit, so I gathered some notes on that too.
All right, so it was just I was just expecting more.
Okay.
From it, like I have written here. Sorry, I just had like something weird happen inside of me. I was just it was so tiny. It was so crowded there. We couldn't even like get in the room.
So, I have a lot of notes on this because my dad actually told me it wasn't like that until maybe 100 years ago. So the Mona Lisa wasn't famous or historically recognized until 1911, even though it was painted in the 16th century, so 1500s.
Oh my gosh.
Went a good 400 years.
400 years.
Maybe people have heard of it, most likely not, unless they're really into like Da Vinci and his style of art and like the way he paints stuff. The Mona Lisa was stolen from the Louvre in Paris, that's the museum where it's held, in 1911, and the wild part is the thief was practically hidden in plain sight. So
wait, what do you mean by that?
A man named Vincenzo Perugia, I have to put the pronunciation, I assume it's French, if I had to guess, but he used to work in the Louvre before. People had trusted him. They were like, okay, we know this guy, we know he's like worked for us, we can trust him with the art, whatever. Don't know their exact mindset, but I'm assuming it was somewhere around that, where it was like more casual, obviously, than it is now. So he camped and hid in the museum overnight, and the next morning, while the museum was closed, he like took the painting off the wall, removed it from the frame, and walked out with it hidden under his clothes, which does show how small the painting really is.
Yeah, I mean it's.
Wow. I mean, he was able. I'm assuming he was like a average
sized guy,
and he was able to put it under his clothes.
That's insane.
That I find crazy. So at first, no one knew where it went because no advanced technological advancements with like security cameras have been like developed yet. They were like no way of tracking it. There was no way of like because there were no security guards there because they had more trust in society, more trust in this man as well because like they knew him and they worked with him before. So the museum thought that it would be moved to like photography because they did have cameras but not like recording cameras. You know what I mean? So they thought that it was either like getting pictures taken of it or being cleaned. So by the time they realized it was actually like gone and it wasn't like
coming back.
Yeah. So it was too late and the theft became huge international news. So people in the United States, people in Italy, people in the Netherlands. I don't know. I'm Dutch,
the Netherlands.
So that was like the first thing that came to my mind. They were all hearing about the heist of the Mona Lisa.
Yeah.
And people flooded the Louvre to stare at the empty wall where the Mona Lisa used to sit.
Empty wall. It's crazy that they know it's not there and they just want to see where it was. I can only imagine like how they probably had to like close the museum for a long time or like only have it open for like certain hours because
So for over 2 years the Mona Lisa was missing. It was not a casual thing.
It was crazy.
Police
It's crazy that no one found it.
It is. So the thief, what was his name? Vincenzo Perugia. He kept it hidden in a trunk in his apartment, and he claimed he stole it. No one really knows if this is true because, I mean, there's no way to ask him. This was 100 years ago. He's probably, I mean, it's kind of dark, but he's probably long gone. So there's really no way of knowing if he was lying then, if he was telling the truth. But he claimed he stole the painting because he thought it belonged in Italy because that's where Leonardo da Vinci was from. Leonardo da Vinci.
I remember when I learned that Leonardo was like from Italy and not France. I was like,
that you referred to him as Leonardo, like, yeah, my good
Leonardo. My good friend Leo over there, guys.
Yeah.
No, but when I mean, what do I say, Mr. Da Vinci? When I first found out that he was from Italy and not, France, I was just like, that's a lie.
Exactly.
That can't be true.
That. He tried to sell it to an art dealer in Florence, Italy, and that's what got him caught. The dealer was suspicious, contacted police authorities, and the painting was finally recovered. This is the turning point of where people started to recognize what it looked like, because they had seen it in the magazines, they had seen heard of it, people talking about it. And what's crazy is before it was stolen, it was respected, but it wasn't oh yes, the Mona Lisa.
It wasn't revolutionary.
I'm trying to compare it to something because I'm not big in old art, ancient art, to the point where it's
no.
So the theft turned it into one of the most famous pieces of artwork in the world.
Gotta thank him for that, right?
Exactly. That's a very fair point, because thinking about it, Da Vinci didn't get the popularity of his painting until long after he was
so he didn't even know.
It's kind of sad, honestly.
It is kind of sad.
And my dad's big on big on philosophy and stuff. He really I don't want to say but he's big on Da Vinci. He's big on all that stuff where it's golden ratio, stuff like that. He's contemplated if one is a number. So that's a story for a different day. But he's in briefness, he's is one a number? Then I go, yes. And he says, give me an example. There's one Calla. Well, one Calla has 10 fingers. And then he goes on where it's one, but one. I don't know. But my dad was telling me about this because he's big on philosophy and stuff. Da Vinci was a philosopher, artist. He was a lot, actually. I believe he did math and stuff too.
Yeah.
Incredible, man. It's
incredible.
Really insane.
It is. Sorry, I'm fidgeting over here. I can't find a good way to sit.
Yeah, I can't say this is the most comfortable, but
yeah, I'm this is literally our, oh my gosh, can I tell them the ghost holes? The eye holes?
Yes!
Okay, so this is obviously our first podcast episode, and I took it very seriously with the backdrop, so I, got some sheets and stuff. And I hung this one up. We're literally in my basement. And I just hung this one up behind the couch. Because I was we cannot be looking at, the mess. There's a huge mess behind this. And then I was well, this side you can still see. So I go upstairs. And at that point, Calla had already arrived. And and I go upstairs to get the second sheet. And I'm yes, get the second sheet. So I come back down. And I unfold the sheet. And there's just, can't even, see it. There are eye holes. I don't even know if they can see, but let me see if I can. Can you see that? I hope you can. And I forgot. I just remembered as soon as I saw them that my older brother had been a ghost for It's not even that funny, but it's just so funny to us, but he had been a ghost for Halloween one year, and I guess that's the sheet that he used, and we didn't have any other white sheets, so we just ultimately decided to hang that one. So there's kind of just two.
I think it adds character.
Oh, for sure.
You'll never find another podcast with sheets with holes in them.
No, so make sure you guys,
Okay, so let's think.
Should we kind of say a bit about ourselves now?
I feel like that would.
All right, so Calla.
Nope.
Who are you?
I'm Calla.
What are your favorite things to do?
Is this a job interview?
Yes.
Is there right or wrong answers?
No. What is one thing that you love to do when you're just sitting around?
Doom scroll.
All right, let's maybe think more creative side. If there was something if there's something that you would do physically, what would you choose to do?
Make TikToks.
I'm not getting very good answers out of this.
Well, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I do doom scroll and I do make TikToks
same here. Okay, what is one of your hobbies? And if you say doom scrolling,
so I do. Come on, you know this. Why are you asking me?
Because it's supposed to be a conversation between us, but how are they gonna know?
That is really bugging me. The clink clang.
Clink clink clink. I'll hold it. I'm thirsty. All right. Well, tell me about your hobbies.
So I do a lot of music stuff, I guess. Yeah.
Okay, that literally did not You have to clarify.
Well, why don't you clarify? There's not much to it. It's literally, I just do music stuff. I play instruments and then...
All right, how many instruments? What instruments do you play?
Name all the instruments. That's a good question. I don't know that. Piano, guitar, bass guitar, violin. Why are you looking at me like that?
No, I'm just like...
Flute.
I'm so impressed
oboe,
with this.
Clarinet, alto sax. I did start picking up the harmonica. You saw my horrific attempt last night. Ukulele. And then
10.
Yeah.
And you sing too. That's 10. I just get so like impressed. Like I know, like obviously, you know, I've seen her play like almost all of those at least once.
Have you?
I've heard you play the guitar, I've heard you play piano, I've heard you play the sax, I've heard you with your...
Have you heard me play the sax?
Yeah, your birthday that one night.
That was hysterical. That is a classic song.
That was really fun. But I've heard you play the oboe, obviously. And I mean, I seen you play the harmonica.
That was lovely.
Lovely. You still play it though.
Yeah, I mean, I'm counting it because I'm gonna start.
No, definitely. And like, I feel like it would take you like 2 days maybe to like get really good at it.
Because I haven't really locked in on it. Only song I've learned is Broken Window Serenade by Whiskey Myers, which beautiful song. Emma knows firsthand how much I love that song.
She loves
every hangout when I'm on Aux, I play Broken Window Serenade. It is my song.
Mm-hmm.
Not my top song on Spotify though.
Is it Cold Damn Vampires?
Of course. Zach Bryan, please sponsor me.
Zach Bryan, if you're watching this,
sponsor me.
Give Calla some free tickets to your show.
I might be the biggest fan.
Aren't you like 0.00001% of his like top listeners?
I think it was 0.3 zeros and then a 5, and then I was the 3,506th top global listener last year. So that means only 3,505 people listen to more Zach Bryan than I do.
That's so wild.
And I've been checking my stats. I've already reached far past my full stats of last year, halfway through this year. Zach Bryan,
Zach Bryan.
You know, if you could...
Your biggest fan right here,
if you could come to MetLife, I would be really happy.
Oh, yes.
Because I can't go all the way up to Delaware, my guy. I really can't.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's enough about me. How about you?
Well, you know... You're right. I don't like talking about myself.
Thank you. It's terrible.
Well, I mean, you know, I do, you know, singing and theater.
Well, I know that. Maybe they don't.
Right, but it's a podcast, though, is supposed to be like a conversation between us. It's not really supposed to be like you're talking to a camera. I don't know what the heck that was. That was really weird.
Keeping that in there.
No, oh my gosh. Calla's gonna do me so dirty. She's going to put every single weird thing that I do. You're gonna cut out all of your weird moments, and it's just gonna be a podcast of me, just like
Best of Emma.
Best
of compilation.
After like a few episodes, we should make a best of Emma and a best of Calla.
I think yes.
All right. Well, anyways, I mean, I do theater and stuff. I sing. I mean, I play the guitar, but that's like it, and I don't play it very well.
You play good.
I play it decent, but it's not like, you know. It's not like...
You did it in the showcase. That was good.
That was that was horrible. I messed up like 8 times during that. And that guitar it's right there. That is the most horrible guitar. Because number one, the strings are plastic, so it just
They're
sounds...
not even like nylon, are they? No.
I don't even know. But they're it's a very old guitar. It was very out of tune, I think. In the showcase, and even though I'd literally tuned it before, like using my app or whatever, it just gets out of tune.
You can't trust those apps,
I know. But also it gets so out of tune so quickly. Like I remember you tuned it one time in vocal stage, and then literally like 5 minutes later it just sounded weird again.
Vocal stage is a sensitive topic for me.
I'm sorry for bringing it up. That's one of the classes at our school that we took. I liked that class.
That class taught me one thing.
Lots of memories.
It taught me how to have a poker face.
I agree. I definitely am better at like, you know, not like keeping a straight face in situations like that. That class though, we made so many good memories though. I think that last song cycle was so...
It was motivational.
That's like the class that I thought I had signed up for.
I wish it was like that the entire year. And less so up
Wait,
front.
we should explain kind of what vocal stage was. So it was
You seem a lot more passionate about it than I do.
Well, here's the thing. What I thought it would be is I genuinely thought it would be like in the auditorium. I thought it was going to be more of like a theater class because it's called stage performance, which is, correct me if I'm wrong, theater.
Thank gosh it wasn't theater. I'm sorry. I cannot do theater for the life of me. I think I would have dropped out.
I remember you were thinking about dropping out a lot of the times.
No, but my something that my dad, we're bringing my dad back into this because my dad, he's very into like, I think my Instagram bio is a quote that my dad said, and I was actually following that quote when, guys, follow me on Instagram at Calla_Terrari. Terreri.
Or maybe follow the Bubble Chat Podcast on Instagram. I think it's just Bubble Chat Podcast.
Follow them both. I need more followers.
Follow me too. Okay. It's a cringy handle, but it's at the real Emma Jane 13.
I love it. Okay, so anyways, my dad's always been a big thing on like, once you start something, you don't quit. So yeah. I was really contemplating quitting vocal stage, and then I thought my dad would question if I was his daughter if I quit.
And I feel like same with my family. I've only quit one thing, and it was because I was purely miserable. But that's a story for a different time.
One of the things my dad once sat down and told me is, it's in my notes. I think I literally documented this in my notes because I've contemplated making this my senior quote. Which, hey, using my dad's quote for my senior quote, I feel like that would be pretty tough. Okay.
That'd be very tough.
Right here. Anyone can finish when it's easy. It takes grit when it's not. And I thought about that when he was telling me about, well, when I was thinking about putting vocal stage, I was like, yeah, the people who this is easy for, the people who enjoy singing in front of crowds, the people who enjoy singing in general.
Okay, but I'm not gonna comment on that.
Easier, but I had to take grit, quote my dad, because it wasn't easy. I hated that class with every bone in my body, every single time. Because I had classes with, we have a friend named Allie. Shout out to Allie, we love you.
Allie's probably going to be on the podcast at one point.
100%.
100%, we're having her on the podcast.
Exactly. So
Allie, if you're watching this, you will be on here at some point.
So every single time in Spanish, because we always had Spanish the same day as we had vocal stage, I was like, oh, vocal stage today. And she can confirm that. And then she's like, sometimes she'll be like, oh, and sigh along with me. Sometimes she'll be like, oh, vocal stage. But I feel like it was an interesting experience.
It definitely,
nothing like I've ever done before.
Definitely. It was, and it's not even like because of the people in it or because of the teacher.
No. Like,
I love the teacher. I don't know if she wants her name out there, so I'm not going to say it, but the teacher of that class, the most amazing person ever.
No, 1,000%.
She's like the best. And it wasn't even like, I think it was just the fact that so many people were probably expecting something different.
Exactly.
Like, I thought it was going to be like in the auditorium and it would be like, we're going to, like maybe sing some group songs and like kind of like choir, but like theater or like,
yeah.
And we would do some acting. Like, I thought it would be like help for audition prep and stuff like that. But it was, it ended up just being, you would get a song.
Class.
Literally, it was like karaoke.
It was.
You would get a song and you would learn the song and you would memorize the song and then you just had to go and sing it up in front of the class and then you would get notes on it and feedback from it, and it was just
I
was an interesting.
Wish we were more zoomed in on feedback instead of just glazing every single performance, because there were some people where I'm like halfway through the year, I don't think this person improved, and I'm obviously we're not going to say names, but it was like there were points where I'm like, okay, I wish we could bring back the feedback, because I'm like,
yeah, for like the first, there was like a section, I feel like at the beginning we didn't really do feedback because none of us were really like comfortable. October, we were like, is that being like, mean?
Exactly.
But then I feel like once we got it, like, oh, it's just constructive criticism that's going to help this person improve. I wish
the constructive criticism was anonymous. So, like, I would be able to say, like, let's think of a name we haven't used. Michael.
That's your dad's
That's my dad's name. Hi, Dad. I would be able to say, like, Michael, you're sliding on your notes way too much. Michael, you got to project.
Calla.
What? Michael, you gotta project more. Michael, you gotta project less. I wish I could. I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm being
Guys,
so
I
serious.
swear we are not mean people. We are not mean people.
You can speak for yourself. I feel like
What? If anything, I'm more mean than she is, man.
I don't think that's showing right now, but basically, point being, I wish the criticism was anonymous so I could really speak my mind on where they need to improve. And I do wish we had more of the like private voice lessons with the teacher.
I do too. That was very helpful, and
it was productive. It was more productive in 5 minutes and like a
exactly.
whole
but yeah, in the class, like, you know, people would go up and sing their song, and then we would all give. There was like only a short period of time. It was like maybe 2 or 3 song cycles where we would give our compliments as to what they, you know, sounded good, what they did right, and then we would all give constructive criticism on like, okay, you can improve. Here's what I think you can improve on.
And then after, we're not going to name drop, but after like that one perfect performance, you know which one I'm thinking about, right? It was phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
It was a perfect performance.
It literally was. No one had a single. The teacher was like, "All right, guys, let's like, who has some constructive criticism?"
There was none.
Not a single person raised their hand, and even the teacher was like, "Yeah, that was pretty good." Like, I'm not even gonna lie.
It was a perfect performance. It was after that perfect performance, we just kind of ditched the.
We just kind of ditched it,
and I think that was like the turning point where they're like, The teacher was like, "Okay, well, we can have perfect performances because it was phenomenal, and she knows who she is, and she knows she's phenomenal because." She is. Oh,
it was so, and it was the acting. It was the acting.
One of the most talented people, dare I say, that I've met. If not, like top 3 most talented people.
She's incredible.
Crazy.
And the way that
she was able to storytell through it.
She was insane. Just everything was exactly on point. She hit every note.
And
in
I
the song.
hope she's listening to this. And I hope really she knows how amazing she is because I literally love her so much.
And she's also just an incredible human being, too.
Is. Oh,
she's funny. She's so kind.
So sweet. Nothing but nice things to
Nothing
say
but
about
nice
her.
things.
Holy smokes.
But anyways, yeah, I totally agree. It just kind of like faded out after that. We just stopped. And I don't even know why. I think it was just because we just didn't give criticisms. Then we were like, wait.
We can just not give criticism and it doesn't really matter.
I know.
And, I really do wish we kept with the criticism though throughout the whole year because
I do too. I think it really did help. I think it really did. Even like for me, like I enjoyed getting the criticism because I'm like, okay, this is what I need to improve on. But even like, you know, the teacher stopped giving it towards the end, which
that was an interesting class.
It was interesting. I think it was. There were definitely some, you know, some days where it was just the best class ever, but then there were some days where it's like, oh no, this class.
So, I'm glad that I took it. I'm glad I like branched out, but I don't think I would take it again. I would not take it again.
I mean, let that be your lesson, guys. This is gonna be cringy, but like, I mean, I'm really glad that you took it, especially because we didn't have a single class together.
Which that bugged me because
didn't we request?
We requested to have classes together and
crazy.
And we're not getting classes for the next 4 years, so
I know, which is
so annoying.
That's really sad, but at least we have our podcast.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're going to different high schools.
It'll be so much easier. It'll be so much more fun to catch up with stuff on the.
That is true, because then like you could say your school drama, I could say mine, but I feel like it's still gonna be sad, like not seeing you every day. That's why I was really hoping, because I had a feeling that we were gonna end up going to different high schools. So I was like really hoping that we would get classes together. But we didn't, which was really sad. But I am glad that, and like when you told me you were thinking about dropping that class, I was just like, oh no.
See, I didn't really want to take it in the first place. I only took it because they auto-placed me in guitar, and I already play guitar, so it would be like restarting.
Yeah, it would be like
thing, and I'm kind of like.
And do you remember that day when like the vocal stage group and the guitar group like met up? It was like strum.
It was really funny.
I was like, oh, thank goodness Calla did. And no shade. Oh my gosh, no shade.
No, because they were learning the instrument.
They were learning it for the very first time. That's how I was when I started.
Yeah.
Probably how you were. Oh, no, you were probably good at it from the start. But that's like, and that's a good way to learn. That's how I learned, by just strumming. But I was like, oh my goodness, thank gosh Calla didn't take this class, because she would have been bored. You would have just been bored out of your mind. She would have been very bored in that guitar class, just saying. It would have just been a waste of time for you. I know,
and, like, part of me kind of wishes I took art, because I'm going to have to take, like, a lot of art next year. Because it's, like, the school is based on fine art, and I don't really do fine art, so I'm a fine piece of art. I'm kidding, guys.
Keep that in.
Keep kidding. That in. But I don't really like focus on like fine arts. It's more so like
not even
really performing arts. Literally just
okay,
music.
But music is performing arts though. You go. It's an art, and you go and you perform.
Yeah. So. Okay. But
that's why it's called performing arts.
I guess
because there's multiple types, and I do think that theater is like when you think performing arts, it's like you think of theater, yeah. But like doing like band and orchestra and all that stuff is still definitely a performing art. A performing art. Guys, we have the same iPad.
Well, as your mom said, no, you don't.
Okay, well, mine's pink and yours is white, but we have the same model of an iPad.
Yes, we do. We love this iPad.
I love my iPad. It survived like 8 years. I got it in like second.
I love my iPad.
I think I got it like before COVID or maybe after.
I think I used my iPad more than I used my phone.
Ow. When you're editing this, you're gonna see I just whacked my knee so hard.
Oh gosh.
Ow, that hurt. It's okay. Alright, well, what do we even talk about now?
That's a good question.
There's gotta be something.
Okay, so what should we talk about now? Because we've covered Europe.
We've covered our Europe.
The Mona Lisa. We've covered vocal stage.
A little bit about us. Maybe we should just tell more about us.
Okay, yeah. Let's do
family dynamic. Like,
oh, I was gonna say, for lack of better words, let's treat this like a talking stage and be like, what's your favorite color?
Calla, what's your favorite color?
My favorite color is probably blue, but like
I thought it was pink.
It has changed recently.
Ooh.
Probably like a navy blue.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I like that.
Thank you. What is your favorite color, Emma?
Well, these are my blankets. And that's my iPad. And this is my sweater. But she got the pink cup.
Thank gosh it's not a cardigan.
Huh? Oh!
So what's Emma's favorite color?
I think they can guess. My favorite color is pink.
Yeah.
Obviously. You know, you can have my bracelet's pink as well. Which actually, I feel like, I'm sorry, it's so cute with the sweater. It matches
It's really
perfectly.
pretty.
And
let's think, what other questions are there?
What? Okay, well, like, what's your family, like, dynamic? Like, siblings, pets?
So, I have one sister. Her name is Sadie. She's made a lot of verbal appearances, I think, on this, just in the past hour. One dog, Teddy. He's a chill guy.
Teddy. He's chill.
Now, what about you, Emma? How's your family life? Such an odd question.
How's my family life? Actually, Calla, I've been divorced 3 times! I have a secret child back in Europe. I left her in Paris.
Is it Da Vinci?
Oh, Lord.
What is it?
What?
Is your secret child Leonardo da Vinci? Or wait.
Da
Vinci, not DiCaprio. DiCaprio's the actor.
Wait, are we talking about Da Vinci or DiCaprio?
I don't know. I think I meant Da Vinci. Yes.
Is the child Da Vinci, or did I have a child with Da Vinci?
My question was, is the child Da Vinci? But that's a good one to cover too.
I thought you meant, did I have a child with Da Vinci? Get me out of here.
How does that work? He's been dead for 500 years. Emma, you scraped this skin off your iPad.
Oh Lord, that's wow.
Okay.
Anyways, so I have one brother. He's older and he's annoying.
He's the one who did the ghost.
He's the one who did the ghost costume. He's annoying, but sometimes he's chill, so he's probably watching this like, why the frick is she talking about me?
You should tell the story about how he walked in on you watching James Charles.
No! One time, me and my cousin, we were watching James Charles when we were on vacation, and my brother walked into the room, and he's like, what on earth are you watching? You know, like, he was very, like, just why?
Yeah.
And I'm like, we're not watching anything, because, I mean, James Charles, like, I gotta give it to him, he could sometimes be a little entertaining, and it was, me and my cousin went through such a phase of we were just obsessed with makeup, with doing like these big crazy makeup looks. So we would watch him sometimes, and we would also get rage baited by him. And we would watch, oh my gosh, my favorite James Charles videos were the were the ones where he would react to the 5-minute crafts, and it was just him being purely rage baited.
Was he like trying to be like Louis A? Please tell me you know who I'm talking about when I say Louis A. Do you not know Louis
I do.
I
do. He looks like he has a filter on all the time.
He's the one, he's like always mad at reacting to videos.
Yes. And he has like British accent. Yes, I know who you're talking about.
Perfect. I know who you're talking about. So mad because I love Louis A with all of my heart. He's hysterical.
But no, James Charles got even more mad. It was just a fun time. He can be entertaining, I will give it to him. I feel like now I'm not very as interested in the content that he makes, but I used to watch his makeup videos with my cousin. And my brother walked in and was just kind of weirded out. I don't blame him, but
James Charles, you should come on our podcast.
That would be crazy. Can you imagine in like 5 years?
Just get like a laptop. Here, wait. Trust me here.
I mean, that's what we'd be doing.
The James Charles right here.
That's what we'd be doing.
We have to
cut out her name, by the way.
But... Yeah, so we're actually here, wait, I think I could give like a brief description without like making it clear that it's about her.
Okay,
so we actually have been thinking about getting a guest on our podcast, and she's a musician, and she's been putting out music for a while now. I believe like a year and a half.
Seems like a while.
For a while. She's very talented, very experienced in songwriting, obviously.
Obviously makes it sound so sarcastic.
No, she's so talented. Like, her lyrics are insane. And it's so inspiring, too, how she's able to, like...
She's very young.
Very young. Gotta be.
Younger than us.
Maybe our age, but, like, probably younger than us.
And this person who we're talking about does not have any form of contact in the bio or any... She doesn't have any of that out on social media, so there really was no way for us to contact her and ask her.
Besides literally
like on the live stream that she was doing, we asked her.
I really hope we can get her on the podcast, though.
I hope we can too.
She's so talented.
She's very inspiring.
Very inspiring. And it's like, it's really cool. And I think
it
would be inspiring for us too.
She's on Spotify.
She's on Spotify, Apple Music, like
yes,
other platforms too. But those are like the big ones.
I would just love to like talk to her and get to know her and like know like what makes
like
her
going through music production
exactly
too.
And just what like
got her into it.
What got her into it? What she loves so much about it. Like I would love to just sit down and talk.
I would want to know like the process of going through music production, how you get like, your songs like produced and stuff.
Produced, yeah.
That would be so cool. So
we have our email in our bio, on our YouTube channel. So which is probably what you're watching.
Reach out. Yeah.
Reach out. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Is there anything else that we have to cover? I feel like I think that's it. Alrighty.